7 a.m., I beg your pardon, we should be checking in. We shall only check in up to around 8:30. Once we leave that point, all our concentration will be here. So it will not be proper for you to be calling members of the organizing committee that come and rescue me, I'm at the gate. So let's be there by 7 a.m. And all is set. The people who are going to check our gadgets will be there by 6:30. And if you will be late, that means you will be cut out until when all the programs are done and the troops are moved out of the square. That is when they are going to open up. Imagine you will have missed a lot, so please come early. And the second issue is the issue of the dress code. Often, sometimes some of our colleagues don't dress so well for this function that we have here. I would request, this is an international function. I know most of us dress for specific purposes, but for this one, we would expect you to be on a very, very decent casual. If you have your coat put on, if you don't have, put on a decent casual and have your jacket on top. The advantage is that, first of all, you are giving out the image of your organization or media house. And secondly, it would be very easy for you to access certain points if you have your press jackets. And if you don't have, please, you still have a day today and acquire one. Then my last is on the issue of accreditation. But before I handle the issue of accreditation, we are going, after this briefing, we shall move around and see areas where we shall operate in and areas where we shall not go beyond. So meaning there are areas which are severely restricted here, if I can use that term. So we would like you to note, we shall have a media center here for the production team, and we expect you to utilize that media center effectively. We are going to provide what we can manage to provide, but at least it will be comfortable for you to work from there. Then on the issue of accreditation, the media center has been receiving names for the last 1 month and a half, and I believe you have been captured in this list that we have. I have two lists, the foreign journalists and the local journalists. So if you know you applied for to get accredited, I would like to thank you. And if you didn't go through the process, I know it is very late, we cannot do it now. So to avoid embarrassment, I beg that you don't come. I want to repeat, to avoid embarrassment here, to the public and to yourself, I beg that you don't, because we need to follow procedures. Media center has been open for the last 1 month and a half. If you didn't do, so many good changes have happened at media center. I would like you to use media center very, very effectively, starting from, this should be an example, going forward in the forthcoming functions. Contact them for accreditation. They are very open. We have a contact person, and we shall move on well. Thank you very much. I'll answer anything that will come after this. Asante.
Introduced me, I have been chair the publicity subcommittee at NOC. So I don't know what Fandomara has said and my senior colleague Alan. Tomorrow will be quite a unique day, not the usual Heroes Day, Labor Day, the way we do things. This will be very, very unique. Like Fandomara said, make no mistake, nobody will be allowed on the other tent. That's the presidential tent. That's when there's a no-go area. You will not be allowed to cross to interview anybody. Forget about it. This is be a VVIP tent. Still, you will not be allowed to go storm in, do interview like we do our things on a daily. But in the event you feel there's something you want to do, Major Mara will be around. Sorry. Major Mara will be around. You walk to Major Mara, tap him, and say, I would want to do this, and see if you can be allowed. But you'll not be allowed to go to the other tent to do some interviews. Then, of course, when the parade is on, there are people who tend to run into the parade and then lie on the ground to take those beautiful pictures. This time around, members will not be allowed. Otherwise, we'll have issues with security. That's why we've called you so that we don't have confrontation with security. There is no lying. Take your good position, take pictures, not necessarily running to the, let me call it a pitch, to take those other pictures when you are lying on the ground. So, let me finally, colleagues, like you know, we treat you in a special way and we treasure you. Your lunch will be served here. There will be a VIP lunch in the other tent. You'll be guided to go there and have lunch, a sumptuous lunch to your fill. With those few words, members, you're most welcome, and we look forward to having a good function tomorrow. I thank you so much.
Salutations, members of the 4th Estate and my colleagues just behind me. Greetings from Uganda Police Force. You recall that on Friday I gave a briefing, but particularly rotating around the traffic flow and the general security posture. Today, people should not get worried when they see a certain heightened level of security posture. It is all in good faith. It is intended to simply make sure that we keep the country calm, and recall that we have a number of guests who have already started coming in. Now, I also gave a brief on traffic. Just to make a generic statement or a recap. One, the routes outside Entebbe Airport remain free, because let people not have an imagination that we have closed routes. No, they're not closed, but they are being managed. As I said, there may arise some intermittent disruptions. There's some music playing here. There will be some intermittent traffic interruptions, but specifically to allow certain traffic flows, especially for our VVIPs. Entebbe Airport has the following feed-ins: the old Entebbe Road, then the express, then there is also the Spa moving towards Munyonyo. Those will be having those intermittent stops, but which shall not affect traffic severely. What I also said and would like to re-echo, there are specific roads that are around the venue. The first is the road just behind there, behind this ceremonial ground. That is the upper Kololo terrace. Now that one, there will be very, very strict measure or restriction. In our language, we call it a cut-off. Wampeo Avenue. Of course, the guests and all those people coming into the venue will use Wampeo, they will use Elgon Terrace. We shall be checking. Those who come in driving, you need to have a sticker. Those stickers have color codings. I may not go into the details. And those color codings correspond with parking. That when you are dropped, your driver takes the vehicle and parks it in accordance with what the color coding dictates. So those are very, very crucial. Now, conduct, general conduct. The conduct of motorists on roads is very important. So we call upon motorists to behave because we shall be having a very, very visible traffic. Those are the specific issues, unless if any other issue arises. Thank you.
So the members, but this is very critical. You need to pass over this information to our people. As you are aware, we shall be feeding everybody who will come to this place. Our masses who will come walking in, we have 3 feeding centers. One feeding center is here down at Housing Finance Bank. They'll first go in, eat, then walk into the grounds. The second feeding center is at UMI grounds. UMI ground, parking grounds. People can feed from there, then walk up to the venue. The third feeding center for the general masses, not you, you are VIPs, will be Kololo High School. Then Kololo High School, people will eat. After eating, they'll be dropped near here, and then they come. So I would plead you pass over that message to the masses. They know where to eat from, and they move here to enjoy celebrations when they are very satisfied. Thank you so much.
Sibwekiri byonna gy'oli ojja kusobola okugoberera ebigenda mu maaso ku radio ne ku TV. N'olwekyo tekitukwetaagisa kugezaako kujja wano. Buli munnayuganda tasobola kujja wano ne Kololo okubeera naffe. Naye ojja kusobola okugoberera ebigenda mu maaso ku TV ne ku radio yonna gy'oli. N'olwekyo tubakubiriza musigale awaka mukuume eddembe, mubeere n'abaana bammwe ne bakyala bammwe. Oba bonna mubakuŋŋaana ne babeera wamu mwe mumanyi. Naye tukuumire eddala eddembe kubanga enkya lunaku lukulu nnyo. Kuna Waswahili hapa ama hatuna Waswahili wote hapa? Wapo? Si mnaelewa Kiingereza? Kiswahili? Hai. Kwanza kabisa ningependa kuwakumbusha Waganda kila popote walipo, eti kesho ni siku ya likizo, na kwa hivyo popote ulipo, kwa sababu kila mtu aweze kuja hapa Kololo, tunaomba mbaki nyumbani. Kila kitu kitakuwa moja kwa moja kwa radio na TV zetu, na kwa hivyo tungependa sana mbaki nyumbani kwa amani na jamii zenu, tukisherekea zote pamoja hii siku kubwa sana. Na kwa hivyo popote ulipo, tunawatakia kila laheri na tunaomba tuwe na amani. Sitatosha hiyo? Now also just to remind journalists as well that that is your gate. Wampeo Avenue. Gate 2 is where you shall all come in from. If you try to come in from this side, you'll have to walk all the way back here because that gate, the one through the Protea gate, is restricted. So make sure you walk all the way to that side. Mr. Solomon.
So we should have at least start like 2-3 questions and then we go into 4.
Those who have cars, you know, on such occasions, you are safer, that's my view, to use maybe one van that can access the parking centers which will be at City High, UMI, and UMI grounds. So if you have a car, you leave it there, you'll be shuttled to this place. There will be shuttling vans from the City High parking or even UMI. So you have to leave your car there. For those who want to know the number of heads of state, we are sorry we are not. Yeah, but the parking will be down, not here.
Good morning, good afternoon. My name is Margaret Kafero. I'm head of public diplomacy. Regarding how many foreign dignitaries, we're expecting about 50 foreign dignitaries, of whom between 10 to 15 are heads of state. The number keeps changing. Most arrivals will be today. Abagenyi abakulu betusubira bali nga 50. Ba presidents banajja tusubira wakati wa bantu 10 ne 15 abasinga batuuka leero. Sina confirmation yet.
I think we should conclude. Akasana.
Nayogedde ekisooka nayogedde ku traffic ne ngamba nti abantu kye balina okumanya is that amakubo n'agaviira ddala ku airport particularly tebafuna kweraliikirira nti airport nzigale nedda. Ekigenda okubaawo wabaawo kye tuyita traffic cut-offs oba nti emmotoka tufuna akaseera ne tuziyimiriza ng'akadde ako kakoze eki kazze ate tekatera kumala budde bungi. So ebyo mujja kuba mubiraba ku bypass zaffe northern, mujja kuba mubiraba ku oluguudo olugenda e Munyonyo olwa bypass, the Entebbe highway, era mu bifo nga Kitubulu, bifo nga Mpala, bwe mulaba those cut-offs tezigenda kuba za maanyi nnyo, zijja kuba za kaseera. Naye enguudo ze twogerako zo ezijja okubaako traffic interruption ey'amaanyiko lwe luguudo oluyingira mu airstrip wano olwa Elgon Terrace, waliwo oluguudo emabega wali ku Housing Finance Bank, era enguudo eziriraanye ekisaawe, oluguudo oluyingiza abantu mu gate 2 ne mu gate 1. Of course gate 1 abantu ba bulijjo tebajja gikozesa, bajja kukozesa gate 2, eyo ye Wampewo Avenue, n'oluguudo oluli waggulu emanju wano emabega waffe olwa that is Upper Kololo Terrace. So mujja kusanga nga tukozeewo some blockades, naye kye mulina okumanya nga bwe baba guidinze, gate y'abantu ba bulijjo eri wali, eno gate gye tuyita eneyingira okuva ku Protea, eyo ye y'abakungu abayina ne invitation cards. Era ne invitation cards ziyina details wabwe bagenda okupaakinga, ziyina details nekyala bafunye briefings gye bafunidde cards ezo engeri gye bajja okwakisesingamu ekifo kino. Ekintu ekirala just kye tukubiriza nga poliisi, mukozese enguudo bulungi kubanga tulina abagenyi, ate nekyamulina okumanya nti tudeployinze traffic police n'abasirikale abalala ab'enjawulo. Tetwagala ate tuwulire nti kahulidde wakamalidde mu kaduukulu, kubanga wadde onywedde n'otataaganya ebyentambula. Muvuge bulungi, mutambule bulungi. Ebirala byonna tujja kuba tubiddamu. Ennamba zaffe eza poliisi twazibawa ku mikutu gyaffe kweziri, so mba musobola otufuna we mutwagalira. Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala.
Thank you very much to our security forces, to the officers and men, led by, of course, the Commander-in-Chief himself, President Museveni, and also the Chief of Defense Forces, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, for making sure that we are at peace at this moment, and the security measures that have been put in place are adequate to make sure that Ugandans enjoy this very important occasion. So, thank you very much, and at that point, yes, sir.
Which specific show? Are you talking about paratrooping? Sorry? Yes. First of all, there is going to be what we call a drone light show, which is going to be happening at exactly behind Skies Hotel. That is where the site of the display is. But from the mapping that was done yesterday, there are specific points that you can actually stand on top of the roof and pick good pictures. I don't have the specific points, but there are like 4. I can give you this information just right after here, after consulting our technical persons. We have points. Some are at Kololo here. You will be able to view very, very nicely from those points. I will give you the points just after this. the points where they are, first of all, the site is a very small area where you may not even, yesterday I was there, we can't even have camera persons there. It is advisable that we do it from a little distance like Kololo and other points. I'm going to give you the points. They are very good. Mapped, I'll give you the details. I think that is it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Afande. Now I hand over to Afande Omara, but we can have a drive.
UBC, inspiring Uganda. UBC, inspiring Uganda.